Greetings. Since the Nostalgic Critic did a review of AI, I've decided to do a review of AI as well. This was a early 2000s movie, science fiction movie, that was essentially a sci-fi version of Pinocchio. And Stanley Kubrick had started doing it, but then he died. But he co-directed it with Steven Spielberg. It was supposed to be the big hit of the 2000s. Big Pinocchio movie. I'm not going to go into massive details about this because this movie is rather infamous on the internet anyway. It, oddly enough, didn't predict the internet at all, which is strange. But, yeah, it was a very confused movie. A blend of ideas and stories and things that went together. Some detractors of the movie blamed the ending on Spielberg, the smarmy ending in the room, or they blamed it the smarmy kid stuff on Spielberg, or they blamed the dark parts of it on Kubrick. I think it's a blending of the two, really. When I saw the movie, I didn't think that there were things tacked on when I saw it many years ago, and that it wasn't just a mismatch of both. I think especially the ending, which they complain about, the 30 minutes later ending, that's Kubrick. I thought that was Kubrick at the time, too. I didn't think that was Spielberg, because he's into that stuff. The ending of 2001 is in a hotel room with nothing going on for a long, long time, while Dave Bowman is in that alien hotel. That's Kubrick. That's a Kubrick ending. Yeah, that was his original ending. That was always his. He might have helped with the darker elements, like the weird sort of robot, like bad side of town kind of thing with the robots being killed, and the pimp robot and all that. That might have been him more than Spielberg, and maybe the family stuff was more Spielberg than him. I think it was a combination of the two. I think there was like a lot of cross-pollination. I think mostly the problem with it is it wasn't gelled together quite right. It had this sort of weird sentimentality going on that didn't really work as a movie. It was trying so hard to be an epic that it succeeded in not being an epic is the problem. It could have been amazing. It could have been a treatise on the nature of humanity. In terms of it trying that, it was groundbreaking for its time. I think if they had just said, okay, well, we're going to make a simple Pinocchio movie, but it's in space, that's a neat idea. So, okay, Pinocchio in space. And they did that. I think they succeeded that. Even though the character isn't very interesting, he's just creepy, but that's Joe Osment. I mean, that's the kid. Everybody's remembering, Signs, thinking, that. But no, it does have a very confused ending, and I think that's the main problem. And movies these days have copied that ending. After that, there were a slew of other movies that were trying for that whole, we just don't want to end it. We're just going to keep going. The ending of Star Wars 3, the ending of Ex Machina, the ending of, any number of the ending of the Spielberg movie with the horse in it. It's clearly Spielberg there too. The horse one. Yeah, it really, it had flaws. It had flaws, and they were genuine ones. I think they were really trying, and they just didn't have they had a good premise. They just didn't really have a story, so they kept running with all of the ideas that mixed it in together, and characters and stuff, and the whole, like, the brother that gets thought out and all that. Yeah. It's just not all that good. So, yeah. AI.